Welcome to the Investors Chair podcast with Ivyn Sambo. Explore investing, saving, and budgeting in South Africa. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Hello, wonderful people. Welcome to the Investors Chair podcast with myself, Ivyn Sambo. Today's conversation, guys, around two companies I have picked as my all-in companies. These are two companies that I love so much, and I've decided for 6 months, starting this new month of September until the 6-month period's end, I will be going all in these companies. I'll be investing more than I do typically. If I was putting 300 Rand a month into the shares of these two companies, I will now be doubling that. I'll be doubling what I am putting monthly into these two companies. I'll be doubling it because I want to see growth in this company, and I have a strong feeling that the next 6 months will be profitable for me in these two companies. And I want to start by saying as well, whatever I'm saying to this episode must not be misunderstood or misinterpreted as financial advice. It is not. It is me personally sharing my top two all-in companies in the JSE. These are two companies I believe so much into them, and I'm willing to double what exactly I am investing every single month into them for the next 6-month period. And after 6 months, I'll do an episode and I'll come up and say, I was right or I was wrong. Because another day, we are human. None of us know what the future holds. But based on my information, my notes I have here, I'm going to share with you guys on why I believe these two companies are my all-in for the next 6 months. So guys, let's have the first company, which is the company I love the most. If you have been listening to my podcast for the past few years, you know one company I love in the JSE is PPC Cement. It's one of South Africa's oldest cement company, right? And it's one that's making serious comeback. What do I mean about that? Those who know me from Twitter know that during the COVID of 2020, I was huge in speaking about PPC Cement future and how much problem it was having in the early 2018, 19, 2020, 2021, even 2017, right? And I said, this is a company that's in a deep hole. This is a company that's struggling financially. And I am looking at it and I was saying that time in 2020, I see this as a company that will recover. And a lot of my friends I love the most, were saying, Ivyn, you are mad. Some of the people on Twitter were saying, Ivyn, you are mad. 5 years later, guys, 5 years later, I'm proven right that I was not mad. They were mad. They were wrong. Because in the past 5 years, from 2020 until now, PPC Cement has seen a 500% growth. 500% growth in the JSE. And I was told I was wrong with this company. And right now, the reason I'm picking it as my all-in company right now, guys, is because I believe in 2020, PPC Cement was in deep shit. It was in deep problems, right? It was struggling. The leadership was just bad, right? That was 2020. I believe right now, they are not fully recovered. I don't think they have reached even 50% of the recovery stage they're supposed to reach, right? Because we can say that last year they've seen growth from the past 12 months, they've seen growth of 22%, right? Cool, nice. But that for me personally doesn't mean this is a stable company. They have now got up of all the problems they have. I believe there's a stage where the company is in problem, it's like it's in shit, like it's struggling, it's doing duck. Then there's a stage where a company is like, okay, we are now cruising nicely, we are now Capitec Bank, we are now First Rand Limited, we are now ShopRite. I believe PPC Cement is 30% into the process of reaching that 100% where we are like, I am Capitec Bank, I am Discovery, I am First Rand Limited. I feel like they're 30% into the journey of reaching that. Right? I believe they're there. That's why I'm picking it as a company to be all in, because I see them being far from where they're supposed to be. but they're in the right track of going there. Why do I say that? Number one, strong financial performance. I have mentioned that. This company have seen in the last financial year, their revenue went up, was around 9.87 billion South African rand, and also make a profit. They made a profit of around 466 million South African rand. This is real momentum. This is real movement from my point of view where I'm sitting, right? This is a real movement. Let's go into another reason why I say this company is 30% into the journey of getting to where it's supposed to be and be stable. What is that other reason? Is strong leadership. What do I mean strong leadership? The strategy that they have there in PPC Cement, set up by the executive, they call it, they are working the giant strategy. And it's working. What is this awakened giant strategy, guys? Basically, it's 5 key areas the company wants to focus on, right? These are key areas they want to say, we're giving our focus, our eyes, our ears, our hands into these 5 key focus areas. What are those areas? Cutting costs, improving logistics, reducing fuel use, and making their cement more affordable. And they call it Awaken the Giant Strategy. Guys, if the leadership of PPC Cement can come up and say, this is the strategy we're using, and this strategy currently is working for them, why should you be against such a strategy? Why should you say that and it's not going to work? Cutting down on cost, reducing fuel use, improving logistics, making their cements more affordable, smooth operation, smooth doctor, smooth operator. Let me put it like that. But if you look at that, how will you hate on such a strategy? It's working. The strategy is working, and we're seeing the results. For 5 years, we have been eating nicely, seeing these results. And I perceive, not financial advice, I perceive and foresee and forecast that the next 5 years it will still continue to work, right? That's the vision the leadership have of PPC Cement. The infrastructure demand that also exists within the sector they operate in also works for PPC Cement. What do I mean about that? PPC Cement is one of South Africa's oldest well-known brand. When infrastructure demands continue to go up inside the country, especially Botswana, Zimbabwe, and South Africa, where they dominate in, they will be in the conversation of making money because they supply cement and other minerals as well, materials as well. Because you can't say South African government will be putting in, let's say, 20 billion into infrastructure development, roads, bridges, schools, clinics, and you're saying cement won't be the core of that infrastructure demand. No, cement will be the core of that infrastructure development, right? And the company that will be supplying them, if it's not PPC Cement, what are the top 3? Will be PPC Cement. PPC Cement will be one of the top 3 companies to benefit from any infrastructure development that will happen in South Africa that needs cement to be there. PPC Cement will be in the top 3. I'm saying it will be number 1 or number 2, number 3, but it will be in the top 3 somewhere, somehow it will be. You can't have the conversation about infrastructure development and not say cement will be the heart of infrastructure development, because there's no infrastructure development without cement. And when we are talking about cement, the top 3, one of them will be PPC Cement. And me in the share with my shares in the JSE, I'll be eating nicely. If I'm making sense. I think I'm preaching. I'm being a pastor and I'm preaching right now. So let's go to the other one. And that point is another point that I believe that's making me say and look at PPC Cement and say, this is my all in. This is my OG. This is my GOAT. This is the company that will give me good performance. Is customer loyalty. Guys, builders and contractors trust PPC Cement. Yes, there was a time where PPC Cement failed builders and construction companies and developers, But the past 5 years, we have shown that we can be trusted. Why I'm saying we, I'm not working for a company. PPC Cement has showed that it can be trusted again. PPC Cement has shown that it can be a reliable partner of those builders and contractors, right? And they have been around for almost 130 years. A lot of developers know them, right? And I believe that works for them. I believe that shows that they are a company to be trusted. And the fact that we're seeing the 5 years of good performance, 5 years of consistent growth, 5 years of consistent improvement, 5 years of consistently improving the issues that were existing, the contractors, developers, and builders are coming back. And with that awakened giant strategy, making cement affordable, they will come back. Reducing fuel cost, they will come back. Let me not preach. Let me not preach. Because that's the reason why I believe. I think guys, those 4 or 5 points I made on PPC Cement are the reason why I think the company will do good. Now let's go into the second company I believe it's gonna make me happy for the next 6 months. I'm gonna be doubling myself there in my position there, buying more. This is Discovery. Discovery PR Ltd, listed in the JSE. Guys, Discovery is one of South Africa's most innovative companies and the most cult company out there. Hey, I'm one of their clients. I'm one of Discovery's clients. And I know it's a cult. It's a cult that's innovative. It's a cult that has created a level of brand loyalty that no other brand in South Africa has ever, I'm using the word ever and I mean it, has ever created. No business in South Africa has a level of cult loyalty and like Discovery does. And if you're an investor, you see that, you know that's where the money is. You know that's where the value is. And that's why I'm picking it as my second company to go all in the JSE. Strong earning growth. Discovery profit from operational grew around 17% to 11.6 billion this year. Their headline earning rose by 15%, and even with new accounting rules that affected their profits, they still reported good numbers. Visionary leadership. I know I can't say Discovery has visionary leadership because a lot of employees of Discovery complain about the toxicness of the company, the toxicness of how the working environment is in Discovery. A lot of people that work there, they complain about that. And I think that's something the leadership of Discovery needs to fix. Because we can always speak good and act as if there's no bad. So there's no visionary leadership there if people who work in that company always complain about the toxicness of that company. So I don't think I can speak and say there's visionary leadership there. There's none. But from an investor point of view, listen, I was speaking as an activist. There's no visionary leadership. Speaking as an investor, the numbers are very good. I'm trying to balance the two, guys. I hope you can see. Big Ivyn the activist, Ivyn the investor. As an investor, the performance of Discovery is good. Meaning whatever the leadership is doing is good. But as an activist, there's also the toxicness that exists in Discovery. The working environment is not conducive. But as an investor, I'm going to be doubling my money into Discovery instead of buying the shares. I think as well, guys, that makes me laugh. Discovery's diversified business model they have. Discovery isn't just a medical aid. They run a Discovery Health, Life, Bank, Invest, Vitality, Gap Cover. You go on and on and on. They cover over 42 million lives in 41 countries, right? They are a huge company. And they have a level of spreading their business, and diversifying and being everywhere that when Discovery Life is maybe having issues. But this Discovery Vitality may be doing well. Discovery Medical Aid may be doing well. If in Discovery Invest is having problems, Discovery Insurance is doing very well. So their business operation is diversified. And I love that. And I think that as well creates an ecosystem where their Vitality clientele end up taking every product Discovery has and they stay within the ecosystem. And that's the cult following I was talking about. And that's what I love as an investor. Sadly, I'm also a client. So let's go into the business model. Is beautiful. It's diversified, operates in different countries, operates in different a sector within the financial space. Obviously, it's a financial business. So they in different spaces, but within the financial space. Customer loyalty, as I said, Vitality is over 1 million members with 4 million app downloads. I think half of them are active. People are going to the gym. The customer loyalty, the clientele, it's nothing. I don't think Discover will ever run out of clientele. Like run out of customers. I don't think they will ever run out. Instead, they'll keep on getting more. And as much as, guys, the new accounting changes that affected Discovery, new regulation affected Discovery, and also as much as PPC Cement as well had a lot of financial issues, a lot of problems. But my closing thoughts, guys, PPC Cement is building roads. Discovery ensures the people who are driving them. Let me repeat that, guys. I wrote that myself. I said, PPC Cement is building roads, right? Discovery Insurance is insuring the people who are driving on those roads. So those people can be able to invest into the infrastructure of South Africa. See what I did there? But guys, those are the two companies from my point of view that I think will do very well in the next few years. And I perceive and I think there will be growth in this two companies. Discovery is still established, still doing well, very well for themselves. They're giants. They are very okay. PPC Cement is still the recovery stage. The smallest thing can collapse it. I am not speaking about PPC Cement with ignorance or not being aware of that. That the smallest thing can collapse their growth. The smallest issue can put them down to where they were in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020 stage, which we don't want to talk about. But I am fully aware that's a huge risk. Discovery is not much of a huge risk, but PPC Cement is a huge risk. And I'm fully aware of that. I'm speaking out of ignorance and being a fanboy, because I am a fanboy of these two companies. I am speaking because I'm a fanboy. I'm in love with them. These are my babies. Actually, not my babies, but these companies I love, and I'm not hiding that. I don't want you as viewers to think I am speaking, But anyway, guys, this is the Investors Chair podcast with myself, Ivyn Sambo. Please do ensure you like, subscribe. What else do? You like, subscribe, you follow, you review. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please have a wonderful evening. Until next time, be safe.